Hey, good morning, guys. I am just doing this quick little video to help you out if you did not do so well on the quizzes. So grab your textbooks, if you would, and turn to page 199. I would also like you to grab a pen or a pencil, a highlighter, just some key points that are important, okay? So first, I would like you to get your highlighter and right here where it says fossils are the preserved remains or traces of living things. That's what fossils are. Then I want you to highlight most fossils form when living things die and are buried by sediment. The sediment slowly hardens into rocks and preserves the shape of the organisms. So remember, the fossils were once living things that have died, okay? So that's what we need on that one. Then I'd like you to turn to page 200 and highlight at the top, fossils found in rocks include mold casts, petrified fossils, carbon films, and trace fossils. And then look at this one. Other fossils form when they are preserved in substances such as tar, amber, or ice. Those would be things to highlight, good things. Then down here where it's bolded for you and highlighted, underline this. A mold is a hollow area in sediment in the shape of an organism or part of an organism. Good one to highlight. Then I want you to drop down and it says a cast is a solid copy of the shape of an organism. And don't forget, molds and casts can both preserve fine details. Then drop down to petrified fossils. And when it's petrified, it means it's turned into stone. Petrified fossils are fossils in which minerals replace all or part of the organism. So you can highlight that. Next, drop down to carbon films and highlight carbon films is an extremely thin coating of a carbon on rock. When sediment buries an organism, some gases escape. And this process preserves the delicate parts of the plant, leaves, and insects. And you can kind of see some of that down here. See how it has that delicate? You can see the details. So that's what I want you to highlight on this page. Next, we moved on to page 201 and highlight or underline trace fossils provide evidence of activity of ancient organisms. So a lot of times this might be a footprint, a nest. It's not actually the organism, but it's just evidence of an organism, like its activities. Then preserved remains. These can preserve entire organisms. And right here, underline that it's trapped in like sticky tar and the resin. Once it hardens, becomes a substance called amber. Flip over to page 202, and then I want you to look and it says, scientists who study fossils are called paleontologists. So that's something to underline. And then what does the fossil record show? It shows evidence about history of life and past environments on Earth. It also shows how different groups of organisms have changed over time. So that's a good thing to show. And the last page we're going to highlight is page 203. And I want you to look at this. The fossil record reveals changes in an organism. Underline that. Underline evolution is the change in living things over time. Then I want you to go through and underline the fossil record shows that millions of types of organisms have evolved as climate and other factors change. Right here, extinct as if it no longer exists and will never live again on Earth. And another thing the fossil record shows us is scientists use the fossils to reconstruct extinct organisms and determine how they relate to living organisms. So those are key things for you to look at. I hope you're doing well and enjoying your time on online learning. I'm just hanging out here with the cow that's now named Bob based on the student. Check in if you need any help, and I miss you guys. See ya.